All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So obviously Saturday was great, right? The Jets with the big victory over the Green Bay Packers. Of course, it's preseason, but still so many positives that you can pull. Individual performances, first team offense, first team defense, going up against some of these Green Bay Packers starters in Lambeau Field. Justin Fields, positive stuff. How the team was playing, I really felt like the Jets won on all three phases. Offense, defense, special teams, just so many different things that you can look at in that game. It really was the showcase game for Aaron Glenn, right? What have these guys been doing all training camp, voluntary OTAs, mini camp, and of course training camp so far? It was all on display on Saturday night. All good, but it's in the past. We have to move on, right? We cannot continue to harp on it. Look, if this was the regular season, that'd be a little bit of a different story, but we have to look towards the future and the New York Giants. So I felt like it'd be a good day to kind of do like a catch up on all the latest news and notes. So the first order of business, news broke yesterday, Jermaine Johnson's back, right? Jermaine Johnson has been officially cleared. Obviously, great sign. Right now, he's projected to be the best edge setter and the best run stuffer at the defensive end position for this Jets team. So getting a guy like that back, someone who's been productive, someone who's taken a step, someone who's a former first-round pick, I'm excited to see what he can do. Of course, I don't necessarily want the Jets to go 0 to 100, rushing back where he's taking on too much and potentially we have like a setback. But at the end of the day, he is cleared. And this Jets regime so far, especially the coaching staff, has not shown any sort of area of concern with forcing guys out there or rushing them back or making them play too early or something like that. It really seems like it's a player first type of environment in regards to players' overall health, which is a very positive sign compared to what we saw in the previous regime here. So great news there. It's also looking like Quinnen Williams is going to be back very soon. It doesn't sound like there's a date like, oh, he's going to be back on Wednesday or Thursday, but it sounds like that the whole calf situation should be cleared up soon, which is also great because if you add Jermaine Johnson to this D-line and Quinnen plus Will McDonald, and also, just for what it's worth, Tuafele looked really impressive Saturday night. Will he be the starting D tackle? I don't know. It's always a good problem to have when you're talking about preseason standouts at a position of need. Now, in regards to Mason Taylor, that situation, the high ankle sprain, it still seems up in the air at this point. But just like Tuafele stepping up, making plays with those extra opportunities with Quinnen and Cowart out, Beck stood out, right? Stone Smart stood out. I thought it was really cool. Unfortunately, Rucker didn't really make a ton of plays or have like a bunch of positive moments, but it is what it is. Maybe his time will be this week against the Giants. Speaking of the Giants, joint practice with them tomorrow. This is the day that I'm looking forward to the most, right? Because we know how joint practices can get. They can get chippy, they can get fiery. You have both sides going 110%. And also too, because it's still so early in the training camp, I mean, we still have like a month before the start of the regular season. Guys want to hit other players from other teams. Like they have been, like Will McDonald has been going up against Membu this entire time. Garrett's been matched up against Gardner. Like you could talk about all these individual like personalized matchups. Now we have an opportunity, not including the preseason game, to go out and hit players from other teams, right? And I think that's very important for a team that wants to be physical, that wants to really instill this just tough mindset, this aggressive, violent approach. And tomorrow's the opportunity to do that. And, just looking at that practice individually, I mean, think about this. Abdul Carter going up against Armand Membu. What a freaking test. 2 top 10 picks, one of which is a top 3 pick. Like, our offensive line has been great all training camp. How does it fare against the Giants' stacked defensive line? I think that matchup is really fun to watch. Also, The Giants have a couple young players on their offensive line. How do they hold up against our defensive line? There's a bunch of little storylines like that that I'm personally looking forward to, right? Who's going to be getting the better of the other group? So yeah, tomorrow, big test against the Giants. Jackson Dart going up against our, the Jets secondary here. He looked pretty good. Some head scratching moments, but some awesome throws as well against the Bills. I can't wait to see how that whole situation plays out, because like as Jets fans here, yes, of course, we're all pumped about Fields, right? Can he build upon that performance against the Packers? Can he continue moving in the right direction? But if you're a Giant fan, I mean, you got to be pretty thrilled with what you saw from Jackson Dart, all things considered. Does that continue, or does he completely implode going up against this Jets defense? And also, too, in joint practice, you can kind of open up the playbook a little bit more than you would in a preseason game, just because you don't have all eyes. It's not like it's being a recorded game, right, where teams, Mike Vrabel and the Patriots, Mike McDaniel and the Dolphins, can go and like watch you, right, watch these games. So that's why, you're not trying to open up the offense or open up the defense, right? You're trying to spill the beans on your entire playbook, but in joint practice, like, you can kind of crank it up a little bit. So again, really exciting stuff there. And then of course, Saturday is the game. The Giants game, MetLife Stadium, Snoopy Bowl, whatever they call it. I'm pumped for it. And we should have a better idea, or maybe more storylines heading into the game post joint practice, because we really need to see how that session goes first, right? Can guys bounce back? Can guys continue build upon their positive performances? But yeah, right now, if you're a Jet fan, everything's all good. Everything's moving in the right direction. I don't know if we're going to hear from Aaron Glenn at some point today, but yeah, tomorrow, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a Jets press conference and everything like that, and practice updates and everything. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Awesome start to preseason. Let's freaking go, but it has to continue. At the end of the day, it's in the rear view. We have to put it to bed. It doesn't really mean much if we just completely implode Saturday against the Giants. So, anyway, thanks so much, and as always, go Jets.